Good evening, everyone. Good evening to the Dean, to the examination committee, which is led by Professor Padmalata, also led by Professor Solai Bhaskaran and Professor A.G. Krishnan, my colleagues, Malti Ma'am Arvind, and to all the students of trimester 1, 2, 3, and 4 who are present today. We are going to discuss with you the examination policy for the February 2022 term end examinations. Before I go forward, I would like the Dean to speak a few words. And after that, I will continue with the session. And at the end of the session, I would like the examination committee led by Dr. Padmalata, Dr. Solai Bhaskaran, and A.G. Krishnan sir to have a few words to you, and then we'll take all your questions. So that's going to be the flow of the presentation. So before I start, I would want the Dean to speak a few words about this examination. Sir, over to you, please.
Yes, please. Thank you, Professor Rajan, and good evening, everybody. I hope you're doing well. And I assume that most classes have come to an end, and we have some lag time. Also, all of you who are attempting to take examinations must ensure that you have completed your assignments and your assignments have been graded. So please make sure that that has happened. Also make sure that you're up to date with your fee payments as per the schedule. So these are mandatory, otherwise, because we are dealing with, you're dealing with three verticals of the university here. You're dealing with the school, that is the academic process, you're dealing with accounts, the fees, and you're dealing with the examination department, that is the examination department. So once again, I would like to repeat, make sure that, Professor Rajan, are you recording this?
Yes, sir. It's already on record.
Yeah, good. So make sure that you have completed all your assignments. Your assignments have been graded, and also you are up to date with your fee payments, and you are sort of all set for your exams on 12th and 13th and 19th and 20th of February. Due to the current prevailing situation, the examination department has taken these examinations online for the moment, but the examinations, I would like to repeat, are as the process to be held on campus, and should that condition return, it will return to the campus. So considering the fact that it is going to be held online, this meeting was primarily for the trimester 1 students who may be unaware of the process. So all of you, I assume, are aware of what is the pattern of the question paper. It's a 100 marks paper divided into 3 sections. The major section, of course, is the case study section, which is analytical. And you have a section A and a section B, which carries some amount. If you are not speaking, can you mute, please? Mr. Rao?
So you continue.
Yeah. So Vijay S. and Bobita. Can you mute these folk, Professor Rajan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So who is this person who is logged in as 55? Excuse me, who is 55? I'm calling out to Mr. 55 once, 55 two. Yeah, good. Okay, brilliant. Your correct name. Thank you. Yeah. So we are this meeting is fundamentally for trimester 1 students who are here because they have not taken an exam before. So please look at the question paper model, and Professor Rajan will take you through the process, and the examination will be conducted through our learning management system. So you will need a proper system where you can sort of you need a proper system where you can sort of be available on Zoom so that the invigilator can see you. And you will sort of also be needed to upload your paper on the learning management system for your particular course and particular trimester. Also, please ensure that you upload your paper in the right place, and you have your name and you have your course code written clearly, as well as the subject title. And you answer all questions it becomes very difficult when you keep skipping questions between sections. So you do say one question in I find it very difficult to correct papers like that. You do a question in section B, and then you go to section C, and then you come back to section A, and then you keep rotating. It becomes very tiresome and difficult for the faculty. So I urge all of you to follow a linear process. Start nicely with section A, B, and C, and finish your paper. It's not difficult. Yeah. And before I hand over to Professor Rajan, I would, for all those people who are joining late, I would like to repeat again, make sure your assignments are done. Make sure your assignments are graded. Make sure your marks are up on the LMS. Otherwise, flag it immediately. Make sure that you understand the fee schedule. Make sure that your fee schedules are up to date. And I wish you all the best, and hand over to you, Professor Raj.
Yes, sir. So students, we are going to start our examinations on February 12th and 13th, which are Saturday and Sunday, and followed by the following week, which is 19th and 20th of February. And whatever we are going to discuss right now is purely for the Feb 2022 term and examinations. We don't know what the situation will be, but as of now, this particular examination is going to go online. So anything after that will be decided by the examination department, and subsequently we will be informing you, like the dean mentioned. So I want to set the expectations specifically for this particular examination and nothing else. Whatever we are discussing is particularly restricted only for the Feb 2022 term and examinations. And just a small point, Malti ma'am, in case you want to add anything, you can always add to the slide. We have worked closely on the presentations. I would be happy if you can add some of your points in case I have missed out anything, ma'am. Yeah. Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So Rajan, Pavan Kumar says, talking about grading of assignments, please look at that immediately. I would like this grading to be completed ASAP.
So that will be done once all the assignments have been uploaded on 31st. So hopefully by 2nd or 3rd, the grading will happen. That's the time we are giving to faculty.
Okay, fine.
So we'll manage that, sir. We'll manage. I have already replied to Pavan on that. Okay. Thank you. So going forward, this is very important for students. Your cutoff date for the assignment submissions is 31st January, Monday, end of the business. No further extension of the dates are going to be given to students, because enough time has been given to all the students. And time and again, we have been telling all faculty, you students must be aware that by the time the first session happens for that particular batch, the first assignment generally gets uploaded. So you have enough 3 months to be working on the assignments. So we don't want any further excuses. Yeah. So the LMS is going to be closed on 31st Jan at 8 p.m. No submissions will be accepted via WhatsApp or email or whatever. Yeah. Your examination link will be shared on the day of exams. I also have it in the presentation, but it will be shared with you on the day of exams as well. And it will be shared only to those students who have submitted their assignments and whose fees have been duly paid on time. Yeah. And lastly, your term and examination dates are 12, 13 Feb, 19, 20 Feb, both of them being Saturday, Sunday, the consecutive weeks. This is the exam schedule for T1 to T3. So T1 examinations, will be 10 to 1.
Screen, because we are not able to see the screen.
Captain, are you able to see the screen?
You're able to see the screen.
Yes, sir, we can see.
We can see.
Gopika, I think you are having a problem. You can re-log in.
Sure. Thank you.
Maybe
Thank you.
Gopika, you check your internet connection.
Sure, Professor.
Yeah, thank you. So students, your trimester examination, your trimester 1 students, your examinations will happen between 10 to 1. And then, Saturday will be your human resource, Sunday will be your accounting for managers, and so on and so forth. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 examinations. Same thing for trimester 2 and 3, where your examination will be between 2 to 5. And so please note down the course codes for all of this. A PPT is going to be sent to all the students, irrespective whether you have attended the session today or no. But this will be reflected on your first page and also on your file name. I definitely don't want student writing 18 EPG 102 for an examination which is 101. So please know your course codes very well. It is just 4 course codes you need to know and the respective course titles. This has to follow in your in the book that you will write the exam with your mobile number, name, and email address, and it will also be reflected on the file name. I don't want new doc 18 February 2022. I don't want those kind of documents to be uploaded. I will reject them outright because I can't stress on the fact how stressful it is to search each and every student's exam answer scripts and then send it over to my faculty. It's very difficult process. So you will have to follow this as a process.
Professor Rajan, I want to add a point here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, USN number also they have to mention in the first page.
It's there in the following slides, ma'am. I will get that. Yeah. Thank you. So please note down your course codes and exam titles very well. This will be reflected on your first page and also on your file name. Yeah. So also what I want to tell all of you students is separate Zoom link credentials will be shared for T1, T2, T3, and T4 students separately. And also what will happen is there will be different people like myself, Malti ma'am, Arvind, and I have one more colleague of mine, Mr. Raghavendra, who will be who are going to take your attendance. Okay, so I'll come to that slide and I'll come to those important points as well. But when you are on T1, I don't want T3 students coming into T1. It will cause a lot of confusion. So know your Zoom links very well. It is very simple. You have been using it all along this particular batch. So I don't think that should be a problem for you. Yeah, this is your exam schedule for T4. So whoever is part of human resource or marketing or project management and so on and so forth, please check your 3 respective codes and then accordingly note it down, because this is going to be very critical when you name your answer sheets and when you name your file names as well. Yeah, this is going to be shared with you. So I'm just going through the next slide. This is the faculty allotment we have done. This will be shared on the day of exam. So you will know who is going to be your invigilator. The attendance check, T1 will be done by Malti ma'am. T2 will be done by Arvind. T3 will be done by my colleague Raghavendra, and T4 will be managed by me. Yeah. So this is how the attendance is going to be taken for each one of you. This is going to be your Zoom links. All T1, T2, and T3 students, you're well aware about your Zoom links that you have been ever so attending your classes all through this particular trimester. So it's not really tough for you to understand. So you please follow the same sort of Zoom link that you have been following with all your classes. For T4, we have to use only one. So we are using the EMBA T4 HRM. This again will be shared with all the students on the day of the exam on your WhatsApp groups as well. So until the end of the exams, please stick to your Zoom links that has been allotted for you. Yeah. So this is the proposed exam structure. I'm sure T2, T3, T4 students know about this, but T1 students, you are new to this. Section A will carry 4 questions, three questions, will have total of 4 questions. You can attempt any 3. It is for total of 15 marks. Section B will be 5 questions. You can attempt any 4 out of 5. So 10 marks each, which will carry 40 marks. And section C, like the dean mentioned, will carry the maximum marks, which will be analytical. You'll be judged based on how you understand the case study and how you attempt it. Yeah, so that's how you are going to be graded. There'll be 3 questions. All 3 questions has to be attempted. It's an important section. So we urge you to sort of understand the case study very well and then give your point of view onto that. It's going to carry 15 marks for each and every question, a total of 100 marks. Your time will be 3 hours per paper. This particular 100 marks paper will be scaled down to 40 marks, and then you'll be graded accordingly, because you have already got attempted 60 marks worth of your assignments. The balance 40 marks will come from this 100 marks paper, which will be scaled down to 40%. Yeah, 40 marks out of that. Any questions, I would, you can put it in the chat window. I will take them at the end of the session. So examinations, the fee details should be forwarded to Malti ma'am, Arvind, no later than 31st of January. Please, guys, whatever fees you have pending, please make sure that you do the payment on time and make sure that you are available for the exam. Don't miss the exams. I mean, it's better you finish off your exams in the first attempt itself. Students are required to submit their assignments 1 and 2 for all the subject with your respective terms. T1, T2, T3, T4, as per the dates stipulated on the LMS. In case the dates are blocked, I'm again telling to all of you, I even reach out individually to all the students. Please reach out to Arvind and tell him to, unlock it for you, so that you are allowed to do that until January 31st. Anything after that will be completely locked. So don't even bother. Don't even call us. Don't even message me. I'm not even going to reply. Students who have submitted both assignments will be graded against 60 marks. This is a very, very important point. Student who have submitted only 1 assignment out of 2 will be graded against 30 marks only, which means you will miss your balance 30 marks. So out of 60, if you have attempted only 1 assignment, you will get only out of 30 marks. So suppose you get 15, for example, that's the marks that we are going to follow. The backend teams, which is myself, Malti ma'am, Arvind, or any of your faculty, your respective faculty, will not chase you to submit your assignments. It is the student's sole responsibility to submit both your assignments on time. We have no say on that. We are nobody to tell you, please submit on time. You guys are matured individuals, and you should know that for better that you are doing it for yourself. Students who have not submitted assignments 1 or 2 for any or all the subject as per the submission dates, you can be rest assured that you will not be permitted to appear for the term end examination. You can definitely attempt it during April, which is the makeup exam, and the dates will be shared for that later. If for some reason, family, health, work pressures and stuff like that, you are not able to submit your assignments, please take your time, another 1 month or something, and submit it during March, by mid-March or something. By that time, we would have announced your makeup exam, and you're welcome to take it during the April makeup exam. Yeah. Also, please note, once a student has moved to the next trimester or is retained for some reason, they do not get access to any of the courses from the previous batches. It is therefore advised to all you students to download your assignments, your PPTs, etc. from the LMS. Let me give you an example. For some reason, some of the students from trimester 1 are not able to give the exam, and all the other students have given the exam. Out of 150, for example, 10 students have not been able to give. So once they will definitely move to trimester 2, and they have to give their exam during the makeup exam. So please don't then tell us to open the LMS for you. It will not work, because you have already moved on to trimester 2, which means now itself, you please download whatever PPTs, whatever assignments you have, note it down somewhere in case you're not able to give your exam, because that access for your present trimester, you will not get as you move to the next trimester. It's very difficult to manage. And it's so many students coming in and then moving on to the next trimester. So I also want to make this extremely clear. Okay, moving on. Coming to the main exam policy, please arrange to write your answers on an A4 ruled book using black color ink only, no blue pens, nothing, black color ink, because when you scan, it becomes much easier and visible for faculty to go through what you have written. All exams, your first page must contain your full name, your USN, your email address, your mobile number, your exam title that you are giving, 18 EPG 101, for example, human resource management, and then your date. All these things must be mentioned on your page 1. Please number all your pages. Suppose you have written the first 18 pages, it should have page 1, page 2, up to page 18. And please write all your answers from page 2 onwards only. Don't start your answers from page 1 because it has to be very clean. It has to have your name, USN, email, mobile number, exam title, your course code, and your exam date. Check your examination schedule carefully, and on the appointed day or time, log into Zoom and download the question paper from the LMS. Write down the answers in a sequence as on the question paper. Section A, answer 1, answer 2, and so on until section C. Number your pages well in a sequential order, and please follow this. In case you want to move on to page, your question 3, for example, leave a couple of pages, and then you write that answer. You can always come back to question 2. That's one of the tip I want to give it to you, but you should know how much page you're going to cover. So take a guess over there and please do it. But then let the order be in the same fashion from question 1 to, question 15 or whatever is there into the paper. Yeah. Going on, once answers are written, please download Doc Scanner. There's an app called Doc Scanner. It's an incredible app. I always use it. In case you don't have Doc Scanner, search for other similar apps which you can scan pages and convert them onto a PDF format onto your mobile. Open the Doc Scanner, scan the first page with all the student details, followed by the sequence of answers. Don't scan page number 18 and then page number 15. Imagine there are 150 answer scripts. Solai sir or the dean or the other 2 faculty, Professor Ramesh and Professor Muthu Gopalakrishnan, they definitely don't expect them to go to each and every page and then search for answers. The order has to be in that sequence. If it is done, if it is found doing like that, again, those kind of answer scripts will be disregarded. I'm extremely serious when I'm telling this, because this is how it's going to be. It's very tough managing so many answer scripts over there. Please merge all these images into a single PDF as per the instructions available on the app, and upload only the PDF on LMS and not multiple pages. If you have 15 pages of JPEG of your answer scripts, please don't upload 15 pages. It will not work. Okay, it has to be uploaded as a single PDF Word document. Upload as a single document only. Yeah. Also, once PDF is created, please name the file with the app as within the app. You can rename. You can right click and it will tell you to rename. So you rename with your student name, whatever is the name, Manasa Krishnamurthy, for example. And if your USN is CMS 18 EMB 001, again underscore, and then you say 18 EPG, you can mention HRM. HRM stands for Human Resource Management, MM stands for Marketing Management, A for M stands for Accounting for Managers, and OT stands for Organization Theory, and so on and so forth. If you want, we can give you those codes for each and every T1, T2, T3, T4. I can send that to you. It's a little effort from our side. We will do it, but we want you to ensure that you submit these things systematically and logically and do a good job for yourself. The file naming is very important because it will help us identify who are the students who have given their exams. If you fail to do so, your paper will be definitely lost in the sea of files. Don't expect any one of us to be searching it for you. We will definitely not be doing it for you. And usually the app will auto save your PDF as new doc 18, 5, 20, 21 or 22 or whatever. This is what I was saying at the start. This will not be acceptable. It has to be renamed to the respective file. And such files definitely will be very tough, extremely tough for all the T1, T2, T3 faculty to locate and give marks. Even if it's one single student, it is a cause of concern for us. So we will not be encouraging those kind of answer scripts. Please email it to yourself, keep it safely somewhere, download it on your mobile as well. Once downloaded, locate it on your phone for easy access. Open the LMS, at the time when you're supposed to upload them, and upload it on LMS. Once you submit it, you will get a message, an email probably saying your answer is submitted. I think that should be more than it. In case any one of you have issues with your LMS, we may share the Google form. Again, this is definitely not a priority for us because we want everything to be captured on LMS. Our LMS is good enough to carry so many students, at the time of the exams. So I don't think we should have a problem on the day of the exam, but as a sort of as a safety net, we will have T1, T2, T3, T4, Google Forms created. But this should be a last resort, students. I really don't want you to be sort of irritated with LMS at that point of time. It will not happen, but I'm just saying many things can happen, right? Many things can go according to you. It might go wrong at that point of time, but be a little patient and then try to finish your exam a little early so that you have enough time to do all these things and then finally upload onto your LMS. So how do you conduct yourself on Zoom? First of all, turn your video on always. Keep the camera facing at the eye level on. No camera should be facing up or elsewhere or dark background. I seriously can't tell you. I have A.G. Krishnan sir, I have Solai sir, and I have Padmalata ma'am, shouting at students saying, please.
Professor Rajan, is there an attendance to be taken during the exam?
Sir, we have that also. We have that also.
So people are expected to answer a roll call.
Yeah, right? Yeah. We covered on slide number 2 or 3, sir. We did that. Yeah.
I'm just curious, who is this iPhone 12 who is logged in here? iPhone 12.
Sir, coming to that point, I think it's a good point.
Hold on.
Professor, yeah, it's me, Mohammed Shuaib.
Mohammed, please, can you put your name properly? You're not christened as iPhone 12, right?
Yeah, I tried changing that. It's not changing on Zoom. I don't know why.
It's very simple. You got an rename option. Just rename yourself.
I tried doing that last time, but it doesn't come out all the time.
Oh, you're attending by phone.
Yeah, I'm not able to.
Oh, okay. Fine, fair enough. Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So please avoid using any filters for this thing. We don't want any fancy looking, background like a scenery or something like that. Nobody is interested in that. Please keep the normal background that you have. This is to ensure that you follow all the protocols that typically happens during the examination. Please don't blur your filter, your background and all that. Ensure you're sitting in a bright room. We don't want to see dark faces. We want to see the student who he or she is looks like. Okay, please turn your audio off. Maximum only one break allowed, no more than 1 or 2 minutes, please. So whatever it is, please make sure you are comfortable just before your session, just before your exam commences. Please be presentable. We don't want you in your house clothes, I mean in your banyan or stuff like that. Please be presentable because there is a much bigger audience out there, and while your attendance is being taken, please raise your hand, and which the feature which you have it on Zoom, and once your name has been called out, we will see basis the hand that has been raised, and close it once you have answered it, and automatically we will find you. Yeah, and it's a good point the dean mentioned. We don't want your profile names to be iPhone or 55 or something like that. Now it's okay. On the day of exams, any such student who continues having this thing will also be termed as not counted in the attendance. And students, if they are not counted in the attendance, you will not be eligible for grading and stuff like that. I will come to that point. But it's a very, very valid and very important point which the Dean has mentioned. So please make sure that on Zoom, you have a feature where you can log in with your name and all that. So please do it a day before, so that whenever you log into Zoom, automatically it picks up your last login, and then you can log in with that particular ID. Yeah. So guys, please make sure you do this.
Mr. Rajan,
Yeah.
I don't know whether I would like to ask the examination committee whether they would like to see the name and the USN number.
I think that's a good idea, sir.
Yeah,
We can do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Padmalata ma'am, what do you think?
So
Solai sir and AG sir?
When we get a report eventually of attendance, it will give both.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a good point, sir. I think we will
less confusion.
We will mention this a day prior or every time the exam commences in the respective groups and all that.
Yeah. I can just put your name as well as your.
I'll add that point onto this particular slide, because this email is going to go to all the students. So might as well put that. That's a good point, sir. I will mention about that. Yeah. So there will be multiple level of checks from our end to ensure that you are finally graded. So please conduct yourself well. First of all, fee payment is most important. So ensure all your fees are cleared. So if we mention no in the list of students, which means if you have not done your payment, you will not be considered for grading for your answers. Okay, even if you have given your exams, this is level 1 check. Level 2 check is your assignment submission. If for some reason you have you have not submitted, but you're still giving your exam, if we find this, we will straight away disregard your paper for grading. Level 3 is your attendance, which means we have to mark you present. If for you to be marking yourself present, please turn your video on. If your video is turned off, you will be considered as not present. Okay, so we don't want any excuses during or later that I was present, sir, but you didn't see me. I'm sitting in a mountain or something like that. We don't want any of those excuses. Level 4, all papers has to be handwritten. Okay, so the check will be yes or no. If you have handwritten, you are, and then level 1, 2, 3, you have crossed, definitely you will be considered for the grading. If you have, for some reason, you have typed your answer scripts on Word or whatever, and if the file name, paper submission, everything has been happened smoothly, we will still disregard you because you have typed your answers, and typed answers are a big no as far as examination is concerned. And mind you, this is how exams will be conducted. Specifically with our program, all exams has to be handwritten. Yeah, the file name has to be written correctly. I have already covered that particular slide. So once you receive the mail, please go through them as to how you need to rename your file. I don't want new doc and everything. So if there is any student whose file has been uploaded as new doc 18th Jan or something like that, we will mention no over there, and then the faculty will not grade them. And lastly, paper submission on LMS, we will make sure that you please make sure your paper has been submitted on LMS. You will get an email also. If for some reason you have network issues, you can always upload onto Google Form. Again, not encouraging that, but those things can happen, and we just want to ensure that every student gets his or her due. Now, any of these criteria, 6 criteria, we will be doing these 6 checks for all our students for all your 4 papers. So you can imagine this is really a lot of extreme work for us, but we will still do it just to ensure that every point, every area is covered. Okay, and if any of these above criteria is not met, the exam marks will not be considered, and then the students will have to give his or her exam during April, and no other excuse will be considered. Most important, ensure your assignments are completed and graded. Ensure that there is no pending fees. All exams must be handwritten only. Please do not copy or plagiarize. Papers with plagiarized content or copied content will not be graded, and the faculty will definitely know whether, where it has been lifted from. And a student indulging in any such malpractices will face a very strict disciplinary action as regulated by the university. I will leave this particular point at the end of it, where my examination committee will probably discuss a little more in detail. Please write all your answers in a legible and a neat manner. Please don't write your answers in pencil, okay? Black pen means black pen, okay? Again, upload your answer documents in PDF format only. Save a copy of all your answer scripts. Students are expected to log in first onto Zoom with their video on. In case you have issues with your laptop, please use your phone, but make sure both of them are well connected, and you have taken enough precautions to make sure that there is enough battery on both the systems available. Attendance is mandatory, and examination definitely is going to be invigilated by each and every faculty. Attendance will be taken via Zoom as per the student login status only. Invigilator reserves the right to bar a student from taking the examination. We don't want any excuses. If the invigilator tells us anything, we will take their word blindly, which is why they are invigilators over here, and they know their job pretty well, more than any one of us. Follow the step-by-step guide as well as more detailed steps. In case of any difficulty, please reach out to me. Don't start messaging in the group. It really causes a lot of confusion. Even if somebody is writing their answers peacefully, they also get sort of agitated with that. So please reach out to us individually. We would definitely reply to you in a minute or two, okay? Your exam timings, I have already told you. I'm putting it one more time. Your timings will be sacrosanct. We will not start at 9:55. We will not end the exam at 1:30 or 2 or whatever. 10 to 1 means 10 to 1. Please log in 10 minutes early. Please ensure that you start and finish your exams on time. Maximum 10 minutes post the exam will be given for scanning and uploading. No more extra time will be available. One tip I really want to give you is try to wind up your exam 15 minutes before the allotted time. So you have a good 25 minutes to scan, upload on LMS and all that. And trust me, it's a good amount of time that you will have, which is why please upload, definitely please, please start your exams on time. Okay, log in on time 10 minutes earlier and stuff like that. One sec, 2 students are there. Admit, 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, so please try to wind up your exam 15 minutes before, which means if your exam is starting at 10 and your exam is getting over by 1, try to finish off everything by 12:45 so that up to 1:10 you have time. You have at least 25 minutes available for you, 20 to 25 minutes available for you. That's a good amount of time to scan and upload. And Doc Scanner, I have been using it for I don't know how many years. It's an incredible app. So you can use it. I'm not really a techie guy, but if it works for me, it should work for any one of you for sure. Try downloading it now itself and try to make sure that you use it from time to time. Try scanning some couple of 10 pages or whatever, see how it works and everything. I need not tell you all this, but please do all those practice sessions before your exam does. Don't leave those test sessions on the day of exam. It is not really advisable for you. Yeah, and no more extra time will be given to you. The LMS will close by 1:10 or 5:10. The exam, the LMS will close. Arvind is going to lock the LMS around that time, and please don't come running to us at that time, even at 1:15 saying, sir, can I please upload? It is too much for us to take so many requests at the same time. It's humanly not possible. Please ensure you have the following. Please ensure you have the following. You have enough A4 papers to write all your exams. Better still, please buy 200 pages long form ruled book. You may maximum use, let's say 50 or 75 or 100 odd pages. You can still use it, continue with that in your next trimester. Please use black pencils. In case of any diagrams or whatever, you can use your pencil, but try to use a darker one. Have a full working and full battery with the laptop. In case power cut or something like that, the laptop still works. Yeah, have a working internet connection for Zoom and uploading on LMS. Please make sure you have the Doc Scanner app on your mobile, and you also have Zoom installed on your mobile. In case you're not able to log in through your laptop, your mobile will come in handy, and make sure that we are able to see you in a brightly lit room, through your phones, etc. So that concludes my session. Before I leave the session open for students for your Q&A, I would like to invite Dr. Padmalata to speak a few words about the exam conduct, followed by Solai sir and followed by A.G. Krishnan sir. Padmalata ma'am, very good evening and over to you.
Good evening, sir. So good evening, the Dean sir, the faculty and other colleagues, and the executive education students who are writing the Feb 2022 exams. And a very good document, sir. And coming to the question, Dean sir, whether the name and the USN is needed in the Zoom platform, it's recommended only USN. If it's there, it is good, instead of having the name. That's what we follow in the physical exam. This is my input, then you can take it forward. Then coming to a few things, as sir has said, the first point is logging in at the appropriate time is very important. When you say that the exam starts at 10 o'clock, ensure that you start at least 10 minutes early. Okay. Again, at 2 o'clock exam starts, it is not coming late to the exam. It's not considered as a good practice. Coming to the second point, logging out at the appropriate time, because the authenticity of the exam is, it is a 3 hours duration you have to write the exam. Should not extend, say max 10 minutes, but extending beyond it is then the authenticity itself is lost. So that must not happen. Please see that examination should close at the appropriate time. And coming to the third point, the camera. See, ensure that, otherwise the invigilators will find it very difficult every time, reminding the students to put it proper. It's, this reminding again and again will be disturbing your fellow colleagues. So ensure that, the camera should be set proper while you are writing the exam. Okay. As said, during the exam, talking, and again, taking breaks. Sometimes we find students eating also during the exam. All these things must be avoided. Okay, so examination is, it's again a process where, you should enjoy this process of writing the exam. So this can happen only when you know what are all the good practices, right? Read any documents, or read these documents thoroughly. Any doubts you clarify now itself, so that you can go and write the exam in a comfortable manner. This is from my side, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Solai sir, over to you.
So Rajan, I recommend that both are there, the name as well as the USN number. It's not difficult.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
On the name part, please put both there.
Sure.
USN number is same. Somebody is asking now, what is their USN number? Please feel free to reach out to Arvind and get your USN number. I think it was circulated quite a while ago.
Yes, sir. Long back. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Professor, last time we experienced an issue with the LMS while uploading our documents. So, can we have a fix for this, Professor?
Yeah. So there is always a possibility where there is a load, and like Professor Rajan said, we will provide alternative methods if the system is not able to deal with it. But generally, we have found, even with other exams that we conduct for the full-time MBA and so on and so forth, it is a little temperamental, but generally works fine. We'll see when we get to that spot.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor.
Solai sir, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Rajan. Good evening to our Honorable Dean sir and esteemed colleagues and dear students. And to start with, let me wish you all the best. And you are going to write your first term MBA exam. Wish you all the best, and I'm sure you do well. And as far as I know, my HRM students, I've seen all of you submitted your assignment in time. I'm very happy. Though there were 2-3 students who could not submit, so I don't want to take it further. But all of you, by and large, you submitted in time. And coming back to your exam, the question paper has been done in such a structured manner. It meets all the requirements. You have section A with short question, section B with descriptive, section C with analytical kind of, case study this thing. So all the students should be able to make use of it and get the best marks by attending to all these A, B, C sections. And as it has been explained by all our seniors, that C section carries more weight, and you will be able to, express your own opinions and thoughts very clearly while writing the C section. And some more tips to you while writing the exam. Please go in a linear way and try to write legibly. Try to give the numbers and all very clearly in the margins. Don't write, sometimes you have to find out where is question number 1, question number 2, where is section A, question B. Please try and make it clear that we are able to see it clearly. And then try and write legibly, concisely, with your own, contribution. You don't have to write for the sake of writing in your degree and other examination. It's a post-graduation examination. We have to feel that, that you are able to express in your own words with whatever concepts you understood, and plus your own experience based on that one. I'm sure all of you will be able to do very well. Any doubts or anything, and as it has been explained, I'm sure that in my class, 99% all of you have been uploaded, and then the marks have already been given. In any case, 1 or 2 students who have not been given marks or you're not uploaded, please do it by tomorrow. Though the deadline is 31st, let's complete it by tomorrow. With this, again, I'm sure that all of you do very well, and I wish you all the best, and hoping you guys to do very well and get good marks. Best wishes. Thank you. Thank you, Rajan sir.
Thank you, sir. A.G. Krishnan, sir, over to you, sir, please.
Yeah. First of all, good evening, Dean sir, then all the faculties and all dear students. So 2-3 things, because I have taken a lot of exams in my 1980, etc. So one tip I want to give is, I have divided A section, you can attend for 9 minutes. B section 18 minutes, C section 27 minutes. Then it makes it 3 hours. So if you get interested in A section and go on writing story after story, you are going to get only 5 marks. So please, when you take the exam, allot your time properly and see that you don't exceed any question beyond the allotted time. And one more suggestion, see, I am telling from an examination point of view, one more suggestion which I would like to give is, first go through all the questions, even though it takes 5 minutes. Please be patient and go through all the questions so that you are able to decide which all questions you can attempt. That is one more suggestion I can give. And I have been also invigilator, so I don't want to, whenever students are not behaving also, I am afraid to get into the speaking mode, because it will disturb all the 140 other students. So please ensure that your camera position, everything is proper, lighting is proper, and no unnecessary movements. Don't give a scope for us to, it becomes very difficult and embarrassing for me also as a faculty. I don't want to pinpoint one student in a whole batch of students. That doesn't look nice. So please follow all the protocols. And this analytical questions, as Professor Solay Bhaskaran said, all questions are going to be, the valuation is going to be based on your experience and expression. So please follow that also. We don't want any mug-up answers. And plagiarism, again I'm repeating, if 2 question papers, spelling itself is same, means it is going to be, both will be rejected. It's not only the question who has copied. We don't know who is copying and who is not copying. So please follow all the protocols, and exam is not such a difficult thing as per me. The way we have done the classes, we have done all the, shared the questions with you, everything we have done our best. So definitely you can reciprocate by doing well. All the best.
Thank you, sir. I will just check a couple of questions over here, which is put in the chat, and then we will. So I think internet is already, Soumya Rajan posted that if face internet issues during exam, which is not under our control. So it's a one-off, not everybody will face at the same time. So please manage it, which is why you have a mobile.
Also, Mr. Rajan, for those people who have dodgy internets, I welcome you to come in small numbers to the campus, and I will be very happy to accommodate you. Yeah, so please tell us in advance. Raghavan Velappan, please feel free to come to the campus, and I will give you a large room with good internet connectivity and a personal invigilator.
Yes, Professor. Thank you. Actually, my question was in between there could be some power outages and.
So come to the campus. Come to the campus. Otherwise, make sure you don't have power outages. Get a UPS or something for yourself.
Okay, Professor. Yeah, thank you.
But I've got a brilliant one at home, which was suggested to me by a pass out executive MBA student. And because I should take classes from home, and I used to have this, by the time the generator kicks in, there used to be a power, there used to be a lag. This works beautifully for me. I'm sure it will work well for you as well.
So Shankar says exam to be written in black pen only. Yes, Shankar, because it's when you scan it, it becomes very legible. This has come from the examination committee. This is not even, so they know exactly when they mean it when they say it. So which is why, it has to be in black pen only, no other colored pen. I think Gopika says that when you log into LMS, it is available on the right-hand side. Gopika, to answer your question, it's the same thing like how you upload your assignment on your LMS. It's not a new thing for any one of you.
I didn't have a question. I was answering his question.
Oh,
actually.
okay. So,
Yeah.
so that's how, so thank you for that.
Rajan, she was making a statement, helping.
Oh, okay. I thought probably, okay. Yeah, cool.
Professor, that fees paid and unpaid list, it can be sent, or how can a person
but Yadu,
be able to know that?
Yadu Krishnan, I assume. What's your name, Yadu?
Yadu Nandan, I think.
Yadu Nandan. Yeah. I mean, are you aware whether you have paid your fees or not?
Yeah, Professor, I paid it in the month of October only.
Don't worry, don't worry. You paid your fees. My experience shows everybody is aware of everything.
Yes, Professor.
If you have some confusion, please reach out individually, and we will be glad to sort of, answer your question. No lists are going to be shared in en masse, right? And
yeah, Professor. Understood, Professor.
Excellent.
I understood the concern. Thank you. Yeah, Professor.
And anybody has a doubt, please reach out. But I'm sure all of you know whether you have paid your fees, whether you've done your assignments or not. And I think all are very intelligent people. I just want to, before we wind up, I think it's time for dinner. Please be aware that all of you are working professionals. This is pretty much a flagship program for the university. We are very proud of this program, and we very proud of the kind of students you get. And all of you are here on your honor. Yeah. And please make sure this is just an exam. This is not the end of life. Yeah. And there's a long life ahead. So please take it in the right spirit. The degree here, eventually all of you will get a degree. Our pass percentage is plus 90%. So take it in the right spirit. Do it well. If you have attended your assignments and attended classes, I'm sure you all know enough to take the kind of questions that come. Nothing to be worried about or anxious. If you're facing some problem, please reach out to the invigilator. Maybe some of you might want to go to the toilet 3 times. Please do. I mean, we are not some sadistic people. Once if you go, then you'll be debarred. Professor Rajan sometimes gets carried away a little bit. Please reach out to the invigilator, talk to them, inform them. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
And there is one question from trimester 4 about the Viva. The Viva schedule will be shared very soon. So just hold on to that. Right now we are focusing on the exams. Yeah.
So would it be after the 20th?
Yeah. Usually we keep it up immediately after the next day. It's
Mervin,
for a week.
My friend, how are you doing?
Doing good, Professor. Nice to see you all.
Mervin, you put on weight, man. Sitting at home.
There are T1 students and all and here, so I'll keep quiet. Yes, Captain, I'll come and meet you in office. I'll come running to your campus one day.
Please do that.
Yes, Rajan, you were saying, so I see that 20th seems to be a blank date.
No, 20 is the last date of your, 20 is a blank date for you, but then the faculties will be engaged in other work and everything. So 21st to 25th or 26th is when you will have your Viva. So
online, right?
So we still have time, so don't worry about that.
That will also be online.
It will be online. Okay. That will be online for this time. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Professor.
And this is Arunabo from T4 also. So there was some signature required from the, from the guider as well as this dean. So how will we managing the signature on the capstone?
No, it's an online. We have not done that in the last 2-3 this thing. Once things go at the campus, technically you are supposed to make 2 hard copies of that. We have stopped it for the moment only because exams are going online. The moment it goes back to the campus, you're supposed to produce 2 hardbound copies of that, on which you will need to take your guide's signature, the dean's signature,
that doesn't apply to them, right?
Not now.
But I think the bigger cause for concern, Shri Ghosh, is please stay well within the plagiarism limits. You understand what plagiarism limits are, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please stay within that. That is a bigger cause for concern for us, because otherwise the report keeps going up and down. And we have had instances where, one day before the submission, somebody is asking the faculty, what should be my topic of the project? And then they come and weep and say, I got married, and, various other things happen. Please understand, it's a university. And while I have deep compassion and sympathy and empathy for all of you, I can't break rules. Yeah. So don't come to us with unsolvable problems at the very end, particularly in trimester 4, because then there is no then it's going to get your program is going to get extended by 4 months. So please be a little cautious. You have enough of time. You have had enough of time. So stay within the plagiarism checks. And if it, we will do the first check, I think, for free. Isn't that right, Professor Rajan? Yeah. If it comes back again, you will be charged. Please be aware of that. So make sure that you do it right the first time. I mean, this is out to all trimester 4 students.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Of course, if you want to go to the guide's house and get his signature, then you can feel free.
Thank you, sir.
Have a cup of tea with the guide. Who's your guide?
Coffee. Yeah.
Who's your guide? Ghosh?
Sir, Abu Baker.
Oh, he's a fine gentleman. I was talking to him this evening, so I'm sure he'll give you a cup of tea. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You don't need the signature for the moment.
Thank you, sir.
Are there any questions? I think we're all good, right?
Yes, Professor.
Yeah.
Any last question?
No need for anxiety. All of you will do well. Don't worry. No need for anxiety. I think I've seen my trimester 1 pretty good submissions on assignments and so on and so forth. It's all going pretty well.
Professor, just one question. This is Venkatesh here.
Yes, Venkatesh.
So this exam sheets, it will be ruled sheet or unruled sheet?
That's what I said.
A4 size ruled sheet. Get
Ruled
good
book,
quality of paper, good quality pen, good quality ink, write well so that the scanner picks it up, Venkatesh.
Thank you, Professor.
Venkatesh, it's advisable to buy that book. Get that book, that A4 ruled book you get, no? Classmate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's better. You get that. I think it's good enough for you for the next 2-3 exams. It should be helpful. Yeah.
If you can't you don't step out of your house, Venkatesh, order it on Amazon.
No, that is not an issue, Professor. I can.
Then let's take it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, if not any more questions, I think we can wind up. We are done, sir. Yeah.
All the best, folk. So good. It makes me very happy to see so many people. How many? 170 were there. They all come down to 129. And good. And we'll see you when I see you very soon. In fact, a lot of your seniors are coming to collect their certificates and so on and so forth. So it's nice to meet them on campus. Hope to see you too one of these days.
Sir, we already have one student who has named his ID as Ashwin BV and then USN number. I think it's a good start. I think this is how it has to be. So students, please follow that. Ashwin, good to see that you have done that.
Thank you, sir.
I would request everybody to please
follow because in nth moment, that itself may take 1 or 2 minutes and I may start panicking.
And I think, Ashwin, until the end of your program, I think please do that. Whenever you log in, you have your USN and your, I think you should do it for the rest of your trimesters. I think it's a good start. It's a good start.
I'll just leave it like this. It will be there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. See you.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir. Good evening and bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Professor.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.